Hey, welcome to Self-Regulation in the Wild. I've been at a loss for words and I won't say a loss for skills, but it's a lot going on, right? So first and foremost, I want to acknowledge that everything that we're carrying in our bodies and our systems, both in the present moment, but also intergenerationally, if you aren't activated in some way or collapsing in some way or soothing in some way, like all of this is just normal responses to abnormal, what I would hope to be abnormal circumstances. You know, in my videos at this point, there's going to be a plane. Yeah, abnormal circumstances that are becoming normalized, and that's kind of scary. So what I've noticed in my own nervous system lately is this like tingly, let's adrenalize, let's do, let's get up, let's like disassociate into 5 hours of the Gilded Age. Don't ask. Okay, we all have our escapism. I too am a part of the problem. So, and the solution, not to problematize escapism, but that's what I'm noticing in my nervous system. So today, if I'm to think of like, okay, what's the skill that's helping me create a little more capacity, even if it's just 1% more space to breathe a little more deeply, slow down, settle, walk. I'm walking right now, my favorite self-regulating skill. It would be the silent scream. That tingly sensation I'm getting, that like zesty tension, that tells me that I need some sort of release. So we're walking, and I'm going to try Pilates tonight. Pray for me. And I'm going to practice a silent scream with you all. And what I love about a silent scream, not screen, is the brain is just so fascinating that if you imagine yourself kind of doing the thing that your body, like imagining yourself screaming, your brain will light up in some of the same areas that it would if you were actually screaming. So there's quite a bit of therapeutic benefit to and regulatory benefit to imagining yourself doing things that you aren't actually doing physically in reality, right? So I'm going to lead you into checking into your pleasure pulse, and then we're going to practice some silent screaming together. And if you are in a private, safe enough space where you can let out a good scream, please, by all means, do. I'm not going to, because I'm walking behind people's homes right now. And my social battery's in a place where we want to keep the interactions to a minimum today. So if you're in your car, roll up your windows. If you're in the parking lot, roll up your windows. If you're at home and you have a pillow or you have a blanket, go ahead and grab it. If you're on that Zoom call and your screen is on and they are understanding enough and diversity affirming enough to realize like you can turn off, it's okay for us to turn off our screens, do that. And I'm going to guide you, okay? So take a few deep breaths. The breath's always the anchor. And if deep breaths don't feel available, then just begin to notice your breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Taking a moment to drop behind your gaze, your eyes, as if you're doing an internal 360 view of your body. Scanning, noticing any places of tension, discomfort, or distraction. And then taking a moment to notice any places that feel okay enough. For me right now, it's my feet. They're flat on the ground. feel that safety. I feel that structure. And just begin to notice your breath. And whether you're closing your eyes in this moment or softening your gaze, begin to imagine that you're opening your mouth and releasing anything that's been pent up in your day. You can imagine a color, you can imagine a shape. I kind of sometimes imagine ectoplasm, which is kind of cool, but also kind of gross. So if you don't know what that is, look it up. Maybe there's a specific word or incident or even person, okay? Because sometimes we have shit pent up. And as you settle that breath into your belly, on the count of 3, begin to scream. 1, 2, 3. And sometimes I like to turn this into a fire breath, like one more time. And release. Wow, I'm always surprised at how effective these things are. I do them all the time. But check in with your body. Where's your pleasure pulse right now? What do you need? And if it's hard to access a need, what do you imagine you'd need? What would you offer to a friend, a community member, someone you care about? I want to dance. I want to be around people who reflect to me that I'm worthy, I'm valuable, that I'm safe in my skin. I want to, sweat, like, really work out next to somebody. So, workout class tonight. And I also need to grieve. I need to grieve. So I'll do some journaling. But what about y'all? What do you need? What have you already fed yourself? How was the silent scream? Please do this multiple times a day. Remember, self-regulation is best done in the micro moments, in the mini pause. Take your silent scream, take your loud, unapologetic scream, and remind yourself that you are safe in this present moment in your body. And wherever you are, it's more than enough. Happy healing.